What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Sick of This Shit Publications. I'm Nick Paro, not your dad, joined by Dr. Eric Lullove, medical editor at Blue Amp Media, Evan Fields, head of chaos for the Diogenes Club today. We are down Walter Ryan. He is
We
taking the
are
day off.
Walterless.
He needs the day off. Walter
We
needs
are
the time.
Walterless today.
We're Walterless. I don't have him on my back today, so we're Walterless today. How's it going, gents? It's the Diogenes Club. Welcome, everyone. I just got off an Intelligent Masculinity interview with Jared Zisser from The Take, a fellow veteran. Really cool discussion that will be out eventually. I'll have that one out here soon, too, with all the other Intelligent Masculinity ones I owe. But how are you guys today?
Dude, you're the man. You know that? I'm doing good. Happy
Thanks,
to
brother.
be here. I know I've been kind of MIA for a little bit now, but I'm back, ready to go.
So we were in the backstage, and our head of chaos down here decides to drop a news bomb on us like a minute before we go live. So you guys are going to hear this for the first time that we're hearing this. So, Evan, what up, bro? What's going on?
It's been... How do I explain everything? Well, it's been a couple months at this point, I think, that I've been doing my own thing. I will say, because what were we talking about today? What was the burnout? That's what we were going to talk about. Yeah. So I am proud of myself for attempting to do the right thing and all that. And the best thing for me is going forward on my own. You know, we had all this, the divorce stuff and everything. And I guess I just thought it was the right thing to do, I guess, to listen to, like, try to do the attempt to see if things could work and everything. And we hung out for a while, and well, a few times, and talked about things. And I recognize it was the same cycle of like everything's okay, and then small annoyances and triggers and arguing, and it's just the same thing. And I recognized it, and I don't know, I got clarity about things, I guess. And I don't know. I just want to be happy, and I think that I recognize that there's things that I need at this point, like emotional depth and like shared sense of humor, and you know, just little things. And the chaos and the burnout is just too much. And when you get burnt out of something, you have to, I guess, choose yourself sometimes and look out for your own priorities, and that's okay. It's okay for me to be happy. Can you fucking believe that? Yeah. Like, I almost deserve to be happy.
No, we all
deserve to be happy.
You, right? You're so. I mean, life is not meant to be walking in mode misery, unless you're shitting in your pants every 5 minutes.
Unless you're Donald Trump. One thing that I will say is, I recognize through my writing and stuff.
Remember the whole point of starting the show. You were circling the drain. You were spiraling. And I texted Nick. I'm like, we got to figure something out for our boy. He's just, you know, and that's how we all started this. And the fact that here we are 6 months later, and you've like come full circle. You gave it a chance with your wife, you know, to try to mend the fence, try to work things out, and it's admirable to try to do that, to salvage your marriage, because it's a strong relationship that was originally used to be there. And you know what? It's okay for you to walk away and say, this just isn't for me anymore. Like, I just can't. It's not abandonment. It's not being misogynistic. It's not being sexist or abusive. It's you're getting out of a bad relationship that wasn't working for you. That's okay to be selfish about that.
Yeah, I think so too. You know? And I went back, somebody else went back like through my writing on Substack and everything, and was like, you were in a really dark place. Like, it was like not good
Yeah,
for a while. And I think lately, I mean, I fucking wrote about Hunt the Good Stuff the other day, and I'm happy and I'm not stressed out and I feel good and I'm just ready to get back to it and like participate and all that stuff again. You know what I mean? Like I miss that, and I think I'm feeling more like myself each and every day and not getting burnt out, and like I feel like I have energy for things, and I'm excited, man. I think life is going to be good, and I'm not worried about things at this point. I think that's the biggest thing. I'm not worried about the future. I know that I'm going to be good and happy and all that. And
That's
I'm
good.
excited. I'm glad to be back here with you guys.
Yeah, we've missed you. You know?
Yeah, man. Like you need to remember that you do deserve to be happy. Like that is a key important thing. Is like we all deserve to be happy. And we
Mhm.
shouldn't be beating ourselves up because we want happiness and because we
Mhm.
deserve happiness. And so glad you reflected on it
He's
enough
back.
to like
I'm back to
feel
living.
good. Yeah. Like it's good to feel good, right?
There were days you were showing up in that hoodie. We didn't know which dark side of Evan was coming out.
Yeah, Hoodie Evan is usually not. Hoodie
It's not
Evan's like
good, Evan.
depressed Evan.
Hoodie mode is not a good place to be. Sorry.
No. No.
No,
No more hood mode activated. What have you guys been up to? How are we doing? You guys aren't burnt out, are you?
Nick might be.
Yeah, Nick's always working.
Nick's like pedal to the metal. Nick's like through the floorboard.
I have taken some time for myself throughout all of this. I've let myself take days off when I need them, and take shows off. I also made sure to balance my schedule appropriately. Like I stopped trying to do 2 intelligent masculinity discussions a week.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
I thought that was too much. I've started doing, huh?
We'd lose Evan again.
Evan, where'd you go, dude?
Evan went
I'm
to
here.
black.
Here.
He's gone
okay.
I don't know what. I think that was on my end.
He's gone plaid.
He's gone to plaid.
But like I've let myself.
All right, here we go.
I've let myself take some days off when I need to.
Good.
Here recently, because some of it has just been, it's been a lot, and I need to take the days off. I also am like still actively like heavily building a tool, like software tool that is being tested out and trying to get it to the point where I can actually have other people use it and usable for others is with the support of friends like Courtney is really awesome, but it's also really tiring because it's a
Courtney, thank you for everything you do for everybody on Substack. That you are.
Courtney's so amazing.
Courtney, you're freaking awesome. Like,
she's a warrior.
What did she say? She's like our adoptive Canadian or something like that.
She's our emotional support Canadian.
That's what it was.
Chris in the chat. Yes, I am a dev. I spent 6.5 years in the software field, with a focus in DevOps and backend pipeline development and infrastructure. And so just it's been a lot. It's been a lot of like testing and development work and feedback on myself and getting it so that it's in a shape to actually present, but then stopping to not overwork myself while I do it is its own thing. And so, yeah, I do feel the burnout. I'm also supporting like Lev's work with the Lev Remembers and Voice from Ukraine shows. And I do the behind the scenes work for all the scheduling and development to get like the production value up on the show and putting all their videos and stuff. I think I do more production value often with his shows than I do with my own, which is fine because I don't do a lot of videos and stuff when we don't display a lot of videos and stuff during our shows because we're not news focused, and I'm glad we're not all the time news focused. But yeah, I've had to just take time off. We do. I also got new glasses.
We discuss current events. I feel like I'm in a seminar. Yeah. I feel like I'm in a show class. Look what I got today.
Yeah, it's a nice little show and tell for ourselves. I also got new glasses yesterday, so I can I'm seeing a little better.
Nice, dude.
There was
from the VA.
Mm-hmm, from the VA.
Yeah, buddy.
And while I was at my VA appointment, what?
There goes your disability rating on your vision.
No, I'm 100%. They can't touch me. Can't touch this.
Oh, not service connected.
I really hate to change the subject. I want to show you. I got a goddamn fucking form from the VA.
Their forms are the worst.
No, this one was about they're starting to send out re-rating forms for the patients for my patients who are in the VC3 program.
Oh, great.
They're asking me, oh yeah, it's coming.
And they're using fucking AI determinations for keywords and everything.
I'm basically saying no change in disability. I'm saying if anything, these patients are older, it's getting worse.
Yeah, exactly.
They got injured when they were in their 20s or their 30s, and now they're in their 60s and 70s. What makes you think their disability is going to get better as they get older, right? I mean,
go ahead and re-rate at your own risk.
Permanent disabilities don't go away. They're permanent.
Prove as we get older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means the disability gets
Hence the
worse.
term permanent.
Yeah. Like just because it's managed disability doesn't mean it's gone.
This is what's really fucked up. The patient they sent the form on asked me to re-rate his disability because he has a prosthetic on his right leg because he's a below knee amputee. Are you effing fucking kidding? Like the leg doesn't fucking go
and they
back.
Want to re-rate. They want to re-rate him or them.
I can't take my wand and do a spell like Voldemort and grow a fucking extremity.
That's like I'm pretty sure that on its own's either like 70 or 100%. Like if you're an amputee,
it's 70.
That's like one of the main disabilities.
Yeah, like you don't need very much after that to get to 100%. And if you're if you have amputations, you actually there's special ratings. Yeah, and there's special there's special ratings too that go beyond 100% that most people don't know about. That if you are an amputee or say you have a chronic heart condition, you can get rated past 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was a battlefield injury. The guy got caught with an IED and during the Iraq War and blew off half his leg. It was traumatically amputated below the knee. I mean, it's like that's
an Iraq War veteran. Rating. An Iraq War veteran.
And they're like, let's re-rate him.
Our lifetime veteran, not from Vietnam before most of us were around. Not
Korea.
Not even Desert Shield or Desert Storm. Iraq.
That's the point that we're getting at now.
These these are fucking evil. This is the evilness that you're seeing in this government. And it's getting to the point. And I wrote on this, guys, 2 weeks ago on the cuts to NIH and this is the medical bill that nobody's seen yet. Okay. Oh, by the way, I really encourage everybody to read Matt Robeson. Matt Robeson published an article on Blue Amp about where the economy is going to be going toward June, July, August. Guys, I'm telling you right now, I'm telling everybody right now, go to fucking Costco, go to BJ's, go wherever you got to go, Walmart, and start stocking now. Because things are going to get really fucking scarce on food supply. Like if you don't have flour and dry goods to make your own breads and to like you should be. I mean, like American Citizen was saying this a lot. Like, before she got canned, before they threw her off a Substack. But like, if you don't have a garden, like you should be planting your own vegetables. You should be doing co-op farms with your community, because there is going to be a food supply problem in the fall. The problem that we're having now with American farmers is, like, do everybody know what the price of sulfuric acid is now? How much 24 gallons of sulfuric acid is now?
That directly comes out of the strait too, right? Like that region. Yeah.
It was right out of our. It's now $1,000 for like 60 gallons or something like that. It's like, and you make sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is a core component of making phosphoric acid in the reduction chemical reaction. And phosphoric acid is one of the primary ingredients that's in what? Fertilizer.
Farmers are going to get so fucked.
So think about the things that this administration has done. And this is just the farming sector. But think about what the farming sector actually also controls food supply. And so think about what this administration has done to hurt farmers. And this is just one example. Remember, the first step was what? Cutting USAID. So that was the first kneecapping of the farming industry, because all the extra food was spoiled. They had nowhere to send it. Right? Then you go after immigration. So now the farmers don't have sharecroppers or employees to pick plants and to pick vegetables and pick fruit out of the ground. They stole their fucking workforce. Okay. Then on top of it, you start a war in the Gulf where you basically hamstring the supply of fertilizer, or the source supply of fertilizer. So now they can't fertilize the ground for the summer and spring plant. So you have a food supply going to next fucking year.
And this is what happens when you have incompetent people.
No, we can't. I think we have to stop calling them incompetent. We won't go too far into this topic because we'll derail ourselves too much off of like what we.
You think it's intentional?
It's all intentional. We have to stop calling these people incompetent. Trump is not dumb. Stephen Miller's not stupid. Pete Hegseth's not dumb. They're not dumb. They are purposely incompetent. RFK is purposely incompetent at his job. It's all intentional.
There's a big difference. I've been in the room with him. He's just fucking stupid.
Yeah, but it's all intentional. It's all intentional. What they're doing is intentional. It's strategic. We have to stop downplaying the severity, because I think when we downplay the severity and we just call it incompetence versus intentional or versus actual what it like really is, the dismantling, if we ourselves downplay the severity of it, it then further waters down the severity by the time it gets to others who are not steeped in this conversation.
It kind of gives them a pass.
Yeah, it says you can ignore this because it's really not as bad as you think.
I don't want to get off the topic too much, but if we take this level of stupidity, okay, and I'm going to tie this into our topic today, by the way, okay. So if we look at what happened in Texas on Tuesday, right? So Ken Paxton, literally like another entirely criminal enterprise in itself, right? Wins, beats Cornyn, who is a Trump loyalist, voted 100% with him on everything. Right? Evan went to Platt again. And then, but if you look at the numbers, and this is really interesting, I want everybody to understand this. Yes, Paxton won. But there were only 800,000 people that voted in the primary, in the runoff election. The population of Texas. Bueller, right? It was 4% of the population voted in the runoff. There is going to be massive GOP downstream. They are not going to show up and vote.
And they're going to spend a shit ton of money.
They hate Paxton more than they hate Democrats. His own party impeached him. Even though Christian nationalists in Texas, Like, I mean, they just basically served up that fantasy on a platter to Tallarico. Now the question becomes: does Tallarico become a Fetterman? You know, what happens with Tallarico once he gets elected? Does he turn into another Fetterman? And I think that's going to be the message that we have. All these people, whether they're blue MAGA, conservative, whatever, I don't care who they are. We have to hold them accountable for everything that they do, because it's the only way we're going to fix this. The only way. So there was an article here about. I don't mean to keep going, guys. I'm going to turn this into Burnout.
You're good.
But remember, we went through this 1776, right? We went through this in the Civil War. We went through this again after World War II. We're in that 80-year cycle where we go through some level of holy shit. The country's through a burnout phase, right? And how do we repair after the burnout? And that's just how I wanted to tie it back into. So, like, all this stuff that we're talking about is personal burnout, government burnout, civil burnout, families are burning out. You know, so how do we, you know, like, how are you guys dealing with it? I just turned it into a burnout conversation. So there you go.
Honestly, without, I guess, going into too much detail, I'm trying to get out and spend time with people that add joy to my life and laugh and have fun and everything. And those are the moments where I can forget about everything going on, all the chaos and everything. If even for a couple hours, then if you can kind of separate yourself mentally from just all of this, then I think it's like a small reset that like puts perspective back in the world. Because yeah, there is horrible shit going on right now. Things are super fucking expensive. We're going through the shit, but I think that when you're going through the shit, you have to find moments to appreciate life and appreciate what's around you and appreciate people and things like that. And those little resets kind of prevent the major burnout. Like if you're taking the time to consciously do them on a semi-regular basis, I think that, you know, you're going to be more mentally focused and prepared to deal with the chaos when you come back to it.
Nick. Great answer.
For the last couple days or last week, I guess, we've done puzzles at home. Like we've pulled out family stuff. We've pulled out 1,000-piece puzzles, and I separate and I put my phone down and I don't look at, and I turn off the audiobook or something for a little while, and we build a puzzle.
Simple things.
Yeah, it's remembering that there's things that we can do, because like people are saying in the chat, is we're all burnt out in some way, shape, or form. That's the whole intention of everything that's going on, is they want us in a consistent state of burnout so that we're always stressed and we can't do more than what we're already doing, or we feel like we can't do more, or we don't want to do more. Yeah, and it's to make us tired all the time. And so like the military put it pretty well when I was in the Army, was embrace the suck. And
General Milley, that was him.
And you sort of just have to embrace the suck, that right now I know it's bad, and I know I'm going to still purposely do things for joy for myself, which is we build puzzles as a family, or I play video games, and I read when I can, and I get away from the noise while I'm still doing stuff, knowing that I'm still actively thinking about what's going on. I'm building my tool actively. I'm trying to schedule shows, or I'm trying to put content out and put things out that support people. And I'm not as focused right now on trying to accumulate like a larger audience. Like I'm not focused in specifically in any way on like how do we massively expand this platform. I don't really care. It'll grow as it grows. Like
Yeah.
I've accepted that there's going to be some slow times when I grow. There's going to be some really fast times of growth. There'll be times when I just sit there stalled, and that's okay. That's normal growth patterns for all of this. And the more important thing is that we just remain consistent in doing it and stay on focus. And I think, Eric, you did it really well last week was you called us out in the show for us to remain within a single focus area, which is why we're doing it this time. Like we're staying on a focused area of topic and we're being intentional about it. And I think that makes it easier because I also came into this week and I already knew what we were going to be talking about for this show. And I already knew what the show's title was going to be. So for like the tools that I'm developing, it was already scheduled. It was easy for me to get it scheduled properly. It was easy for me to not have to worry about you guys being here. Like I knew at least 3 of us were going to show up no matter what, because we always have at least 3 of us. And I knew we were going to have a good conversation, and I knew I didn't have to worry about
Three amigos.
I didn't have to worry about my morning show. I didn't have to worry on some of the things that I had been worrying about before, so I can now start refocusing on stuff. And it's about the consistency and the quality and audience size. The core group that's here, you guys are you are the most important folks in our community, in this community. As everyone continues to grow and we gain more into the community, you all become important. Like every person in this community is equally important because you all help us survive and grow and you help get the word out. But it's more about the consistency. And I think I've helped reframe myself. And it's about where I put my impact and what creates impact. Good job. Thanks, love. My daughter finished her 30 minutes of reading for the day.
Nice.
We're doing a summer. They just got out of school, so I'll have my kids around more, but it's also we set a schedule with them where they're each going to do 30 minutes of reading and then 30 minutes of one other like educational task of some sort that they need help in for school. Like my son's handwriting sucks. It's the fucking worst. I love
future surgeon.
He's practicing for those prescription pads.
Yeah, he's definitely practicing the prescription path. Is our summer routine is he's going to read for 30 minutes and then write for 15. My daughter, it's going to be read for 30 minutes and then play her viola for 30 minutes. That way they get something that's constructive for them. And if she plays her viola, then I get a little bit of music for half an hour. And whether it be practicing music or performing music in a concert, it's still music. I was a music major, so all forms of music while they're being done are impressive and are fun to listen to.
With her viola.
Yeah. And
Look at you being a good parent and stuff, dude. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, man. And I'm still trying to plan out like building a house and moving and getting my current house sold and helping my parents get down here because they're building a house. What instruments do I play? Is I am a vocalist. I am self-taught on the piano, which means I'm not very good, but I know how to play the piano. I play the saxophone.
Bill Clinton over here.
And I'm self-taught on I have a bari sax and a baritone sax and a soprano sax. I have a couple clarinets. I have a Navajo wood flute. I have a Hawaiian bamboo flute.
An Australian didgeridoo.
I have learned how to play the didgeridoo in the past, which is super.
Fuck out of here, dude.
Let's see, what else do I know how to play? If it's a woodwind, I basically can play it. If it's a reed instrument, I can.
Okay.
I've never tried the oboe, so I've never tried a double reeded instrument, but I bet I could play that. So I learned how to play reeded instruments, and I could be a music teacher if I had wanted to. I just didn't want to go that route.
Yeah.
How does this relate back to burnout? Is I actually use music as a tool to help me against burnout. Is I sing throughout the day to myself, to my dogs, to just random shit in my house. At my children, they hate it sometimes when I do it. But I sing. Oh, and I also play the harmonica too. I have a really good quality harmonica that I like playing.
And a diverse skill set. Good Lord, dude. That's crazy.
Skill set. And happily married for 11 years. So
we didn't even get to the different genres of all the different music. That's just the instruments. We didn't get to the genres.
Oh, yeah, and I write music too. Like the intro music to our shows is all my music. If it's if you ever want to listen to any of it, if you ever want to know, like all the intro to every show that I do is my own music. It's been recorded by I recorded it with other musicians, but I was the artist who did the recording, so I know how to do sound engineering and audio design, which is awesome because that finally came back into use now that I'm doing video editing and audio design for podcasting. So my college degree finally came in handy, Mom. Thanks. Do I have perfect pitch? Abso-fucking-lutely not. People who have perfect pitch, they do piss me off. Especially when they have perfect pitch, but they don't have tonality with it. Fuck that.
Eric, how do you deal with the burnout?
So I'm not even going to pretend like my stress is any different than anybody else's. You know, we all have different levels, different levels of stress, right? And
it's all relative.
It's all relative, right? I mean, I've developed a lot of coping skills to deal with stress because I have to. Otherwise, it's just not healthy. One has always been Evan's favorite sport, pickleball. Because he refuses to learn how to play.
No. I got to tell you a story about that, but I'll tell you offline.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll get into that. So, so like playing, being athletic and being outside for me is part of it. It's going on. It's being in my pool. It's going into my sauna. But from a music standpoint, I grew up French horn, tenor and alto saxophone. Nick,
I played all of them.
Yeah. The French horn, I think by far, the oboe is more technically difficult to play, but I think the French horn literally is one of the hardest instruments to play because of the level of control that you need with your breath in playing some of the notes. And also, plus it feels like you're always giving somebody a colonoscopy because you got your hand up the but no, it's just stress and coping are and it's all different. It's all going to be variable. I mean, your guy's stress and coping in the wintertime is totally different from mine. I mean, I'm year round outside, right? But it starts to get nasty in Arkansas in the wintertime. It gets 20s, 10s. It's hard you start to get more cabin feverish, and that's why doing puzzles and more right brain activities is very mentally healthy. So here's the scientific part of all of this, everybody. So like you want to engage in both left brain and right brain activities for stress control and stress management. So you want to do the cognitive stuff that can be de-stressing, doing a crossword puzzle, doing a word search, playing Scrabble. Doing jigsaw puzzles is more of creative art, right brain stuff. Doing drawing and drafting and just even coloring. That's why those adult coloring books, not the sex coloring books, not the pedophile, not the ones that practice, but like the adult coloring books where it's forcing your right brain activity. Those types of activities, which we've known in mental health training for stress management is really huge. Driving is a whole other thing. We talked about this a few episodes ago with the driving and just how that's not very de-stressing for anybody today. But
not at all.
Right. But I just think, when we talk about confronting burnout, I think the title of the show isn't confronting burnout. I think it's more about managing stress.
Mm-hmm.
Like life is stressful. Like and there's like the burnout we're all going to face very soon is going to be the economic burnout. I don't know if all of you have gone to the grocery store lately. Like we just had we just did a Memorial Day party, and I just happened to, I had an extra bag. So I brought it to the office for my staff. And like, this was the leftover. Not branding here. I'm not, okay. But I want to show everybody the,
It's probably like $7.99.
Yeah.
I fucking knew it. That is crazy. Those used to be like $1.99 at the grocery store.
It used to be like $4.99.
Yeah, because that's I
did the research 2 years ago. This bag, this party size bag, was $4.99. It's now $7.29. Okay, so corporate America, go fuck yourself, right?
That stuff adds up really quick too.
But don't forget where all this stuff has to come from. The base ingredient is what? Corn or wheat.
Yep.
Right? So you've had Ukraine as the world supplier of wheat for the most part, basically being shelled out, right? Then you've got this goddamn bullshit administration doing what they're doing to the farmers and now burning out all of our crop, which feeds how much of the world? So confronting burnout that we are all going to face, forget what we're seeing at the gas pump right now, but what you're seeing right now in your grocery stores is the result of the economic policies and shipping and global food supply of February and March and April. What we're going to be seeing is the May, June, July, August, where you're going to see those shelves getting a little thinner.
Yep.
Because they're going to go higher. Because think about it. Chicken feed. What do chickens eat?
Corn.
What do turkeys eat?
Corn.
What do cows eat?
Corn.
Right? I mean, so what do you think the price of beef is going to be when cows are not going to be really plumpy? Or chickens are not going to be as I mean, like this is, and I don't mean to stress everybody out on our Confronting Burnout show, but this is important that we all have to start pre-planning now. Like now's the time to like major purchase, like, and freeze, because it's going to get infinitely expensive in the next 3 months.
Yeah.
And I listen, I'm a fresh food guy. Like I'll go and buy fresh chicken breast and but I've watched in the last 2 years, organic chicken breast go from $4.99 to $6.99. And that's going to only go up even higher. And here's a secret, everybody. The prices don't come down. I'm going to do my Dean Blundell thing. The prices don't come down, and then I'll have a technical. Does everybody notice that Dean always has one technical glitch during every show?
Pretty much.
Dean always has a technical glitch. It's like I always expect it, like during the 5-stack, like there's always a technical glitch on Dean's end where he's got to like log off or and his microphone doesn't work. Oh wait, that's happened to you before.
Yeah, multiple times.
So I think, but the whole point with burning out and confronting what our burnout is, it's really how do we want to handle our stress? Stepping away from the computer, stepping away from your phone, like Nick does, like you. Okay, like you guys serve. Oh, by the way, I got an email from GovX. Did you guys, you know the app GovX, right? 50% off baseball tickets. So anybody that's a frontline service, firefighter, police, military, first responder, healthcare related, GovX has a 50% off for like Major League Baseball.
You can
Probably
go
even minor
sit
league
out in the
baseball too.
outfield for like $10 and sit in
Yeah.
the sun.
You know, I mean, you don't have to go spend $80 on concessions. You can pack your food and bring it to you with a baseball game. You can bring your food into a baseball game. They still allow that. You just can't bring alcohol in.
Yep.
There are ways to enjoy being outside without, you can go to your local lake. You can, you don't have to spend $8 million going to amusement parks. You know,
You can go hiking.
You can go hiking. You can go sit. You can do a family picnic. You know, and you can recreate time with your neighbors, recreate time with family. Like, that's how we manage stress. I think that's the best way to manage it, is to recenter our lives around people, not things.
I think that's been the biggest thing for me lately, is even if it's just like trying to communicate. I know I'm bad about it, but just trying to communicate with people and be around people that are enjoyable and add to your life and everything. And I think that spending those moments, like you said, if you go on a family picnic, you don't need to spend a ton of money. I know things are expensive and everything right now, but it's just those little moments that kind of give you the mental reset and get us back into that, I guess, pre-COVID mode where we just spend time with people. You know, I feel like everybody's become so isolated, and that's contributed to a lot of the burnout, is because when you're isolated and you have that stress on you, you can't, there's no other person to help you relieve it or anything. And I think that human contact, like Eric said, it's essential, you know, like even if it's talking to your neighbor for 20 minutes outside or whatever it is, just finding some way to, I guess, get out ahead of the burnout so that it doesn't weigh you down later and you're able to function through the chaos and everything. I think that's really important.
You know, I think Nick, and I'll let you kind of poke in after I make my thought here, but I think we need to maybe draw another link in confronting burnout, and I think we need to tie it to hope. You know,
it's okay to have hope in the darkness, like when things are like this.
You know, what do they say, that courage isn't present in the absence of fear, but it's the one that confronts fear. That's what courage is. Remember? They taught you guys that, hopefully. But hope is the same thing. Hope is not yielding without doubt. Right? The ones that are most vigilant is the ones that always hold out hope against doubt. And I think a lot of us are here because we have hope. We believe in what we are saying. We believe in what we are trying to do. We are believing in the fight, and we're believing in each other.
Yeah, that's a huge one too.
I didn't know the three of you, last November. Look at how far our relationship has gone just by doing a simple live show once a week and a couple messages over text a couple times a week just to say hi and congratulations. And like, we all congratulated Walter for taking time off today, right? Like, we wanted that for him. I thought he was like, Walter, he was getting to be a little bit much of a loose cannon. He was, to be honest, he was gonna have a little visit from the FBI soon. If he kept going.
That's how you can tell Walter's burnt out.
House and but I want everybody to understand that, like, I swear to God, Nick, I'll give you the podium in a second. I think part of confronting our burnout is also never losing hope in what we are and what we are striving to be as a people. And it starts from within and what you exude out to what other people see. And unfortunately, I hate to say this, but everybody, go out and engage people, get out of the house, go somewhere and just say hi to somebody on the street. Go to your local library and just say hi to a couple people. Go out and just be social. I know it's hard for a lot of people to do that. I know it's very difficult for some people from a mental health point of view, but there is something therapeutic and cathartic about having somebody say hi to you back.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and a lot of more people are looking for that than I think we realize. Also,
yeah. Okay, Nick, you're up. I'm done.
No, I've been enjoying listening to this conversation. No, I've been enjoying this conversation. This has been fun to listen to. Like, part of it is we just need to sit back and let ourselves listen sometimes too. And finding joy is super important. Finding the way to fight through burnout isn't just mental burnout, but like physical burnout too. Like, our bodies are exhausted. If you're stressed all the time, which is what they're trying to make us all be, which is what this whole thing is about, is to make you so you don't want to resist, is your body starts hurting and shutting down. So you got to take care of yourself. And how do we balance that? And I'm glad, like you said, Eric, it's good that we were able to celebrate Walter not being here. Like, we are happy that he's taking a day off because he needs it. We are encouraging each other to find the time that we need and rest, and not purposely burn ourselves out right now, because we have a couple months that we still have to, at the minimum, that we have to keep pushing as hard as we can, because we can't let off the brake. We can't let off the gas right now. And even after these next couple months, after the primaries and after elections, even assuming we win in the way that we need to, we still can't let off the gas. We still can't let off. In fact, that's the time when we have to then apply more pressure to actually get done what was promised to get done. We have to continue the squeeze until it's over, until we've gotten all the juice that we can out of it. And that's the thing that people, I don't think that's the part of the burnout we're not prepared for, I don't think. And finding these little tools now for ourselves, like remembering that we like building puzzles as a family, is really important. And then doing those things, going and finding a hobby that you really enjoy doing. Go find a hobby and squeeze your MAGA ball so that you get your stress out. But go find a hobby or something. Like, yes, resistance and active resistance is hugely, hugely necessary. Continual active resistance is hugely necessary. And
like
mental exhaustion,
Ashley's in the chat, right?
It's a huge thing.
Yeah, like Ashley's in the chat. Eric. Hey, Ash. And like, she does like Meals on Wheels, right? That is like, even she said, like, for 2.5 hours, it's the most gratifying thing for the people that she delivers food to. Not so much for her, but for them. Like, she's making a difference in, maybe she's delivering to 5 to 10 people, right? But think about the difference in the lives that she has just by bringing those food deliveries to them, and how important it is for those people, just for that little bit of contact that she gives to them once a week. And we can, that was the whole thing. Like, John Lennon was a smart guy, right? Hope and love are going to save the world. And we have to show more hope and more love to our fellow neighbors, to our fellow citizens, and to the non-citizens, because they deserve it too. And we just have to be better people. And enough of this righteous indignation that, oh, you're an illegal, you don't belong here. Well, who do you think built your house, jackal?
They're only illegal because we've put a title on them of illegal.
Yeah.
Right. They're people. These are fucking human beings.
And they deserve joy and happiness just as much as the rest of us. And I think you guys both made a really good point, is that we have to prepare and recognize the stress and the pressure that we're going to have to put on people, especially Democrats, if, like Nick said, if the elections and midterms go the way that we're expecting them to, it's going to be uncomfortable because we're going to have to put a lot of pressure on Democratic leadership and demand consequences, transparency, all of that stuff. So it's so essential to, I guess, in the next 6 months, create these kind of habits and make them routines that you're actively you're being proactive about the burnout, because we're all going to experience it at some point next year, over the next 6 months, that sort of thing. But if you have those good habits and those good routines to be able to focus on the positives and everything, it's only going to make you that much more effective when those times do come around.
Mm-hmm. Like, intentionality is huge right now, and intentionally teaching ourselves how to find joy and create is useful and needed, because when the squeeze is squeezing hard, you can't, that's not when you need to be finding your tools on how to cope with burnout or how to force yourself into a period of rest or step away or be able to take criticism or critiques from your friends when they say, hey, you need to take a break or something like that. You have to have those tools already in your tool belt and practiced, or they're not useful. Like, you can't practice using a tool when you need the tool. You have to practice before it, so that it's rote, so that it's memorized, so that you know your body responds to it. And right now, we're in a we're in a lower pressure moment at this second compared to where we have been at other times so far. We're still in high pressure situations. We're just not in the highest of chaos at the moment.
Nick, do you remember the 5 Ps or the 6 Ps? Prior
No.
preparation prevents piss poor performance.
Yes, I do remember hearing that. The phrase "my son" hates a lot, but is or dislikes when I say it because he doesn't quite understand it yet, but also is a really important one. Is the slow is smooth, smooth is fast, and that's a tool right now too for us. Is slowly figure out, is find your skill that you want to, or your tool that is going to help prevent you from burnout. Slowly start learning how to do it and get used to it. And then it becomes something that you can quickly use and quickly find as a way to heal when you need it the most.
Eric, what were you going to say?
Do you guys mind if I read something? I want to read something. It's from a very famous author. I think we all need to remember the words that written. So you guys are going to know immediately reading it, but I think it's important to read it because it's different when you hear it versus when you read it. I'm starting somewhere in the middle of the document. Okay. We hold these truths to be self-evident. That all, I'm going to change it because it needs to be updated for 21st century America. That all people are created equal, that they are endowed by their creator with certain rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among people, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence, indeed, will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, And accordingly, all experience hath shown that humankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. I mean, you guys all know.
Doesn't it sound exactly like what we're going through?
Exactly what we're going through, right? But for those of you that were not sure what that document was, it's the Declaration of Independence. 250 years ago, the founding oligarchy of this country saw fit that they could no longer live under an oppressive monarchy regime, sat in Philadelphia to the threat of themselves, to their families, to their towns, their little villages, to their own welfare and their own foundational wealth, and decided that it was time that enough was enough.
Mm-hmm.
And they showed the bravery, the courage to. I'm trying to challenge Steve Smith here, but it's not working in language. But like, you know, they were able to channel the devotion that they had for being independent, that they wanted something better for their family and for themselves.
And for the future, too.
That it was for the future, that they did not want to be governed by a monarch. We don't need a goddamn ballroom. We don't need a reflecting pool painted blue with his picture on the bottom of it. I don't need his face on Mount Rushmore. I sure as shit don't need his name on the Kennedy Center, and I sure as shit don't want it. Okay? I am tired, but I am holding fast my hope that better people prevail.
Mm-hmm.
Because all of us, our futures, not just the near future, but the long-term future of our children, our children's children, our great-great-great-grandchildren, what are we leaving behind?
Mm-hmm. And that's important. I think that's what we've lost sight of is, well, certain people have lost sight of, and especially a lot of elected officials, is that's been the reoccurring theme mostly throughout this country is what are you leaving behind or what are you providing for the next generation? And I think that's what we need to remember now and get back to. And I think we're going to be all right. I think that there's enough people that believe in the words that Eric just spoke and enough people that actually feel those words for us to put an end to this shit and for us to get past the burnout.
Does everybody know how it ends?
Just be okay. What?
Like we're all taught how it begins, right? The Declaration. Like we're all taught that, like that whole section. Do you remember how it ends? Do you remember the ending words that Jefferson wrote?
What are they? I should know. I know that.
And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence. I mean, if you just think about the language that they were using back then and just how just eloquently they basically said, King George, fuck off. Right? It was basically their way of saying, fuck you. Okay. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. They put their money and their lives on the line for this. We, as a country and as a people, should do no less. And this is what Washington, when he gave up the presidency and chose not to run again, that it was an honor. It was not his place to remain as king or as president or whatever you want. I mean, he felt it was necessary to step aside. We have lost such sight of this that I don't even think half of the people in Congress have read this fucking document.
Probably
I know
not.
Lauren Boebert hasn't.
I know Mark Wayne Mullen probably hasn't.
Does she know how to read?
Right. I know.
Uneducated fuck.
It's funny. I do like these audit calls, right? And the first question I ask when I have a lot of providers on the phone, I say, please raise your hand if you've read the Medicare Provider Integrity Manual. Now, the Medicare Provider Integrity Manual does not read like the Declaration of Independence. I get that, but like it's like it reads like stereo instructions, but it's the Bible on providers on how to bill Medicare. But if you can't read that document, you're going to bill Medicare for services. You better know what the hell you're doing, right? Because that's the guideline. That's the book. This document was written at a time when like they were being taxed to no end. They were being oppressed by British soldiers, right? And like, what is any different today? We have ICE that's basically patrolling our streets. We have a paramilitary force that is not legal running around our country. We have a president, I don't even want to call him that. We have a fucking shitbag, Diet Coke slurping, burger eating motherfucker.
The pedophile
stealing our money, not even stealing our money. Pedophile protect them up one way or another. AI polytech fucking douchebags wanting to build AI data centers all over this country that are sucking millions of gallons a day when we're in a fucking drought. Like, when do we say enough is enough? When have we fucking had it? And we have our own little Declaration of Independence that says, well, government's gotten out of hand. We're going to abolish it and rewrite a new one. Because enough's enough.
And we got to prevent the burnout before we have to get to that.
Well,
see, I read the Declaration of Independence. I read that guy, and it just refired me up again. Like, I don't have the burnout anymore after I read that. And I hope it does the same thing for other people.
It's one of those things that we kind of we have to just do it. We have to rewrite it. We have to stop asking who's going to rewrite it. When is it going to get rewritten? What is going to be the yada, yada, yada is just, I guess we just got to do it. Like, we've been asking for, like, we need an app or something where we're not under the thumb of billionaires and we're not using their tools. Okay, well, I'm going to just do it. Like, that's part of my plan is we're just going to build an app. We're going to build the app that we've been asking for, a feed-based, timeline-based app that doesn't have the algorithm just suppressing shit. It's just your content is there by feed-based and it's not owned by someone else. We just have to start responding to, when are we going to do this? When are we going to get ready for it with, okay, well, we're just going to do it. Like, I talked to Jared Zisser this morning, and one of the things, there was a comment in our show, and he's a Marine Corps vet. And he and I, as we were talking, someone put a comment in the show that was, it's horrific that we keep asking veterans to do all these things after their service. And my comment back was, I really hate when I've gotten to hate when people say that, because it's not horrific that we're asking veterans to continue to serving. It should be an honor for us to continuing serving our country in whatever capacity we can. And I see it as an honor to continue my service by being out here and being vocal and using the privilege I have. And I think if we start reframing the way that we're thinking about even just what we're doing and how we can get people involved so that we're not degrading it as we're doing it, because then people get more excited. Like, I would rather it be an honor to be out here speaking on a podcast talking about veteran issues and human issues and disability issues and promoting our rights and listening to it, because I think it's an honor to be here. And I think it's an honor to be able to have a community that listens and hears and wants to come back and hear what we're talking about. To me, that's an honor. Like, and I think we should be talking about it in that way. And I think that'll help slow the burnout for some, but I also think it'll encourage more to come out and see that there's There's honor in doing it, that this is patriotism. It is an honor for me to come out and serve my country by reminding people that there's an internal domestic enemy, and it is our federal government right now. And we have to be very clear on that.
Didn't we all take an oath at one point in our service to defend?
Yeah, that doesn't go away.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That oath was for life. That oath is for life. That is not a temporary.
Nope.
Not an oath of convenience. And if we are going to step back up, yeah, and this is one of those two things where, Ashley, you put out the statement of it's reciprocal. I'm hoping I'm expanding on this when I say that is part of that reciprocality is when especially for us veterans who are showing up and stepping up, is when we do come out and we step up and we put our faces out there and we don't hide our identities, because those of us in positions where we can do that, do it. If you're in a place where you need to hide your identity and put masks on because it's safety, other things, I am not degrading that in any way. I just want to make sure that is ultra clear on that. There are certain reasons to use masks. However, that being said, my position right now where I'm at, and others who are like me, who are in the media, who are like us right here, our faces are out here. That the reciprocal nature of all of that, because I can't say the other word, is
reciprocity.
The reciprocity for this is because we're doing this part is I'm asking you to support us, as in support our work, put it out there, get others, talk about it, talk about us, talk about the things that we're talking about, because if we step up and we're going to talk about these things, it doesn't make a difference unless others start listening and hearing it. And that's where, once you start seeing the people step up and become the space that is needed, reward them by picking that message up and running with it in person. And the more that we do it, the better. And the more that the more we speak, the better. The more that y'all speak, the better. Because the louder we get, we don't have to become violent. Our side never needs violence. Our side, in fact, will win when we come out of this if we can refrain from violence. The longer we refrain from violence, the better too. Peacefully and patriotically. And that patriotism needs to be heard and seen and visible. And we need to remind ourselves that what we are doing is patriotism, is patriotic. And we need to then make that patriotism visible again and make others believe that what they are doing is patriotic and that they want to feel that patriotism because it makes them part of a community that they want to be a part of.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we need to get back to. Supporting smaller voices. It's masculine to be out here and doing this shit.
Non-violently.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. We've reached over the top of our hour of our show, and I've got another show that I got to support here in about 20 minutes, and I need a break because I've been on for almost 2.5 hours straight, almost 3 hours now.
Nick needs a bio break.
No, I did that before. I bio break before the show. I need to step up and I need to step out and do other things for a moment so that my back stops hurting because I've been in this chair too long. Break. That break starts with Just Sucking Less is come support my boy Evan Fields, News from Underground. Evan, promote yourself, my friend.
I appreciate you guys. What I will say is just subscribe to News from Underground. We've got a great community. I am a part of Banner and Backbone now too, so I'm going to talk to Nick about doing that work and hopefully putting out some policy stuff over there. But on News from Underground, I would say that a lot of it has reflected my mood lately, and a lot of that is trying to point out the positives and all the chaos and everything and remind everybody that we're going to be all right and we can still appreciate things in life while it's all fucking burning down, I guess. But yeah, subscribe to News from Underground, even if it's a free subscription, that helps with the algorithm and all that stuff. And I appreciate you guys, man. I'm glad to be back, and I'll be doing these live streams regularly again. And I'm just happy to be here. I love you guys.
Thanks, brother.
Aw.
Appreciate you. I'm glad you're here with us. And I'm glad your writing is reflecting where you're at, too.
I know. I love you guys. We're back.
We're back.
The gang is back, baby.
Once like Walter's back, we'll be able to do a full group hug, self-group hug. Eric, how about you, my friend?
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I know I had a lot to say today. I was kind of quieter last week, and this week I found my voice again, which is not hard to do. But you can find me here on Substack, Blue Ant Media. I do have a paywall, but it's only for one reason. I have a subscription paywall for that. I'm putting a fund together. Every dollar that's donated as an annual subscription, I match, which goes into a fund that we're developing for digital creators to start their independent businesses. I have a business plan together and trying to fund this. So it's like an 18-month process for a digital creator to get started, where they go through the training, they have a mentor, they publish articles, they get a stipend during the month, and then there's a profit share with their subscriptions for the first 2 years. And then they're cut loose out of the program and completely on their own. But it's the idea of supporting each other's work and supporting the younger creators and newer creators with those of us that are doing better and can afford to do such. I do not keep a penny of anything that is a subscription. It all goes into this fund. It's in an escrow account. So that's how I don't suck less.
Love it. Love it. And then come support me here, Sick of This Shit Publications. And just suck less yourself. Just suck less yourself with Sick of This Shit Publications. We've got our chronic illness discussions, our masculinity, better humaning, these types of discussions, progressive politics, unfiltered, because fuck that filter. Fuck that filter. I'm all about pro-dignity, pro-human.
Hashtag fuck that filter.
Hashtag fuck that filter. Hashtag do that shit, because we're done being sick of it. And so please come support me. Paid subscriptions really, really do help. And I really appreciate all the paid subscribers.
Help Evan, help Nick, support me, but help these two first.
I love you guys.
And I really appreciate all the work that and support that everyone is offering. I appreciate you guys both here. I appreciate Walter, everyone who's on the
and support Walter. Don't forget to support Walter.
Yeah. And I'll put Walter's up here. Don't forget to support Walter. He's doing some incredible work. Also, you'll see Beth in the comments putting out the shop for sickofthisshitpublications.com. Come support the shop. Come buy some of the merch. We've got some really cool lines in there. Intelligent masculinity stuff, the Just Suck Less water bottles. And so you can get all your great Sick of This Shit Publications fan merch and support the growth. All of it is really going back into the tools and there he is.
All of it knocked himself out.
All of it's really going back into supporting the tools to help build this for me. And so I appreciate all of you for being here. I appreciate all of you for being a part of our community. Thank you for coming back over and over with us. Thank you for building this with us. And as I say at the end of all of our shows is we're done being sick of this shit. So now we're doing this shit. Let's go have a great day, everyone. We'll see y'all next week for another Diogenes Club. Thanks, guys.
Later, guys.